These are the video notes for slope and rate of change. Whenever you're trying to find the slope of a line, you can think of it as the change in the y values over or divided by the change in the x values. The change in the y values, you can also think of that like the rise of the line. And the change in the x values, you can think of that like the run. Looking at the first example, the graph on the left, the first thing you want to do is you want to find 2 points on the line where the points intersect at whole numbers, or where the line hits the exact corners of a grid box. So on this line, I can use a point here as well as a point here or a point here. Any of those 3 points are intersecting at 2 whole numbers, or right at the corner of a grid box. Then I can imagine or draw in a right triangle to help me see the rise and the run. There's one slope triangle, or I can do a similar slope triangle here. There's the rise, and here's the run. Then I can count the units. So for these slope triangles, the rise is how much it's going up or down. So that's 1, 2, 3 units. So the rise is 3. The run, count how many as it goes from left to right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units. So it's 5. So rise over run in this case would be 3 over 5. The last thing that you want to do is check if it's a positive slope or a negative slope. So the way that you can do that is if you imagine that there's a person who starts on the left side of the line and they walk to the right. If they walk downhill, it's a negative slope. So downhill is a negative slope. Uphill is a positive slope. In this case, that person is walking downhill, so this is a negative slope. So make sure that for our slope, we mark it as negative. And so negative 3/5 or negative 3 over 5 is the slope of this line. Look at the table next. To find the slope from a table, or if they just give you a pair of points, we can use the formula where the slope, I'm going to use m for slope, is equal to the second y value minus the first y value over the second x value minus the first x value. This is the same thing as the change in y over the change in x. In the table, the second x value would be this 3. The first x value would be negative 2. If it's written as a pair of points, my second y value would be here. So my y2 and my y1. So if I did y2 minus y1, it would be 3 minus negative 2. 3 minus negative 2 is the same thing as 3 plus 2, which is 5. Now I need to figure out the change in the x values. That's x2 minus x1. In the table, the second x value is 7. The first x value is 5. Looking at it written in points, the second x value would be this 7 right here. The first x value would be that 5. So x2 minus x1 would be 7 minus 5, which is 2. So my slope is 5 over 2. Let's look at the last example. Sometimes they might give you an equation and then ask you to find what is the slope of the line represented by this equation. For that, it's helpful to know slope-intercept form, which is when y is all by itself, whatever number is being multiplied with x, that value is the slope. So m is the slope. Whatever value is being added or subtracted in the end, that's the y-intercept. So in my equation, I have 6x minus 8y is equal to 32. If we can rearrange this equation into slope-intercept form, I can easily see what the slope is. So I want to get y all by itself. Right now, y is being multiplied with negative 8 and added with 6x. So I'm going to first undo the positive 6x by subtracting 6x to both sides. So then on the left side of the equation, I'm left with negative 8y, because the 6x's canceled out, equals, and then I have negative 6x and the positive 32, so I'm going to write that as negative 6x plus 32. I want to get y all by itself, but right now y is being multiplied with negative 8. So I'm going to undo multiplying by negative 8, which is dividing by negative 8. Keep it balanced, do the same thing to both sides. On the left, negative 8 divided by negative 8 is just 1, so those will cancel out. And I'm just left with y on the left is equal to negative 6x divided by 8. The negatives will cancel out, and I'm just left with 6/8 x, or 6/8 times x. Positive 32 divided by negative 8 is negative 4. Now I know that the slope is the value that's being multiplied with x. It's this 6/8 right here. So my slope, or my m value, is equal to 6/8. Last thing I'll do is I'll check, can I simplify that fraction? You can do that in your calculator, or you can do it in your head. Both these numbers can be divided by 2. So that simplifies to 3/4. So final answer, my slope of this line is 3/4.